I'll just read you the PC summary again. So on March 23rd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a disturbance call and met with the complainant witness, stated that the defendant is her husband. The complainant witness stated that she told the defendant that she was going to move back to Arizona that day, and they got into an argument. The defendant then told the complainant witness to hit him in the face. The complainant witness then struck him in the face.
Right.
The complainant witness then stated 10 minutes later, she went into the bedroom where the defendant then laid down on top of her, grabbing her wrists, causing pain.
That's 10 minutes later.
That's 10 minutes later. Grabbing her wrist, causing pain. Complainant witness then got one arm loose, grabbed the defendant's genitals, causing him to let go. And then the defendant then struck the complainant witness in the mouth, causing pain. And the officer observed the complainant witness to have bruised arms and injuries to her top and bottom lip.
How is it?
I think we are omitting some things that's pertinent to the decision that you're going to make.
What?
That she asked, she or her daughter told her that you have to make a choice between.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember. And then she makes a choice of him.
And she said, "I'm leaving you, and I'm going to be with my daughter and grandchild." And then he comes and tell her, "If you're really that mad at me, then hit me." And that's when she went to him and hit him twice. Boom, boom.
How is it fair that I find probable cause on him and not on her? Why didn't they charge her?
So I would say one is the fact that he quite literally says to hit her or to hit him.
Can't consent to an offense, Judge. If he tells me to shoot me.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can, like, boxers consent to assault, right?
That's.
But I mean, in this.
I think where we are for PC purposes, as far as this offense goes, is that it occurs 10 minutes later. Then we have essentially in a situation where he can't essentially claim self-defense if he's the one being the aggressor first, where he's grabbing her 10 minutes after this kind of initial incident happened. He's grabbing her, then she grabs his genitals, and then he punches her in the face. I think that's where we're at as far as PC goes.
I don't think that's the law, Judge. I don't think you can avoid what had happened earlier just because it was 10 minutes later. I don't think you can take the fact away that she was the one that instigated and was the culprit of the initial assault.
But there's a long cooling down period. You know, if it's like maybe a minute or two after the fact.
I would say.
And then, but nevertheless, though, how's it fair that she's not charged? I mean, why does she get the benefit of the doubt? Because she's wearing a skirt.
I mean, the code does say you can consent to an assault.
If you consent to, if you tell me to shoot you and I kill you, you don't think the cop's gonna get me for murder?
Well, you can't consent if there's serious bodily injury involved. You can't consent if there's no threat or actual serious.
Come up, Mr. Sullivan.
Less than the serious.
I mean, an assault does occur in this case with him and her, but there's also another one that occurs, you know, so.
I would argue, Judge, that at this point, with the charge that we have, that's going to be fact issues that I'm sure we're going to parse through moving forward, but I think that's.
And I think it'll work to the benefit, you know, so Mr. Sullivan, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Don't have any contact with this person, please. The only thing I'm going to ask you to do is don't pick up any new cases, don't have contact, and don't be possessing weapons. I don't know why they didn't charge the other person. I don't understand. And I don't know. But be it as it may, just don't have contact with this person. I think that, you know, it's just could be like a rumbling volcano. And the last thing we want to do is we don't want anything more to erupt. We don't want further charges and just, you know, and I think that, you know, they'll take it into account when you guys are talking about this case, but just stay away. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay.
Well, Judge, with all due respect, I don't think it's too late to not to file charges against that person. I mean, I've seen cases where there are 5 charges.
That's not me. That's up to the DA's office and intake whether they.
Then I think the DA's office should take that in advisement to file charges against the person who was the actual initiator of the contact between these parties. If they do it all the time, I've seen cases where the district attorney filed cases 1 year later when they know that there's evidence to substantiate the filing of a charge against somebody.
Who knows? Maybe it will. I don't know. Do you mind filing no contact, no weapons? I've given you a lawyer. All you'd have to do is just stay in contact with Mr. Dixon. He'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. I'm going to waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court. Just stay in contact with him and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back. Don't leave until you sign the bond conditions. Once you sign them, you're free to go.
I gotta put some money.
Go. Take your time. Just come back.
Okay, I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Take care, sir. Greg, this gentleman with you.
He is co-defendant with the other one, Your Honor. If I may, I'll wait. So I heard everything y'all said. You want to go first before I start my spiel here?
Which co-defendant?
Oh, yeah. What's the last name?
This is Doty.
Doty?
This is Doty, D-O-T-Y.
So, Mr. Doty, you're wanted out of the state of Louisiana for a particular charge. I think it's like a theft or whatnot of a car. Your lawyer, are you asking for a bond? Your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond, but I don't know. I've never met you before. I don't know anything about you. The way I get to know you is how you look on paper, because that really tells me who you are, whether to grant you a bond or not. The good news for you is that if it doesn't happen, we have so many buses coming in and out of Louisiana into Harris County because we have a lot of Louisiana people here that I'd say might be once, at least once, if not twice a week. There are buses coming in and out of here, shuttling people to and from Louisiana. Mr. Kim.
Your Honor, same as the previous approach is that this is one of 4 occupants of the vehicle of a vehicle that was stolen earlier that day in Louisiana, and they transversed the state lines, being apprehended in Harris County. State would be opposed to a bond due to flight risk of transversing state lines. The same day they stole the vehicle, felony out of Louisiana, where they were captured on surveillance video.
Any criminal history?
No, Your Honor.
If I may, Your Honor, he has no ties here. He lives in Natchitoches County, like a parish, I'm sorry. He worked, his address is 500 North Street, apartment, what did that say?
A4.
A4?
H.
H4, Louisiana, zip code 71457. He lives there with his mother, Cynthia. He, 2023, got his GD from a program there called Ben Johnson. He also works at Pilgrim's Pride, which is a chicken plant. And so why are we holding him and paying him to pick him up? I would ask for general order bond, and he's going back to Louisiana. He's not staying here. That's where he lives. That's where he resides. And he can go post bond, get his lawyer, and deal with it. If he was charged with this in Harris County, this would be a criminal trespass. He's not the driver. The driver's charged in the 177th for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. So if the appropriate charge in Harris County, if they had even been charged in Harris County, would have been a misdemeanor trespass.
I'm not going to give him a PR bond. I mean, he's a fugitive wanted from another state.
Well, he's an 18-year-old kid. I would ask if you would go lower than.
You need to understand, Mr. Doty, that actions have serious consequences. You're only 18. Are you 18? How old are you?
18.
You're just now starting your life. And when you hang with dogs, you get fleas. We have enough people in there now that become statistics all they do is they end up running with the wrong crowd, end up with convictions, and essentially ruining their life. Once you become a convicted felon, it becomes extremely difficult to get a job, to get any kind of position of trust. People don't trust convicted felons. You don't get a good job when you're a convicted felon because no one trusts you. They're always going to think in the back of mind, okay, is this guy going to steal from me? Is this guy going to do this to me? Is he going to... You're on the road fast with what's happening now. Your lawyer wants me to give you a very low or free bond, but I can't. You are wanted out of another state. You are an inherent flight risk. And the problem is, any bond I set here now, because of the nature of this case, you're going to have to pony up a majority, if not all, of the bond because you're wanted out of another state. The thing is if you don't have anyone to pony up that money, your mom is a single mother, she's probably working her butt just to make it survive. You think she has enough money to just pony up money to get you out? This is what you need to think about when you start running with the wrong crowd. Because if you ain't got anyone to pony up money to get you out, you're stuck like Chuck until whatever happens with you. And I'll tell you now, more people plead guilty just to get out than they should. because no one's going to wait 5 months just to fight a case. I don't know what an appropriate amount is, Greg, but it has to be sufficiently high that he's going to go back, you know?
But he's gonna go back. Where, was he gonna stay here? He doesn't,
You know, how?
he doesn't
How's he
have
gonna-
anyone here.
How's he going to get back?
Gets out,
He takes
calls
the
his
Dodge
mom,
Bypass and walk
and
back?
his mom provides transportation.
Have you talked to mom to see if she,
I'm gonna call mom. I was gonna see what the bond was, see if she can get him out.
or call mom? I want to know if she's going to come here and pick him up and then we'll talk.
Okay, thank you.
I don't want to set people up to fail, but if he's got no ride, if he doesn't have anyone, then,
Okay,
you know,
thank you.
let me know, Greg. And hey, Greg, if she does, I'm willing to go a little bit lower.
Okay, I'll try to get a hold of her. Thank you. Nope.
That's fine.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Butler.
Come on, how you doing, sir?
Your lawyer is asking for me to set you a PR bond, but you just picked up another case. Why are you looking at me all confused? You've got a long list of criminal history. You're on bond for a felony unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and now you've picked up a theft. What happened in the theft, if you don't mind?
It is a retail theft, Your Honor.
Silly.
He was observed on surveillance video placing merchandise in a black suitcase he obtained from the business and crossed all points of sale without attempting to pay. It was a Target, Your Honor.
You know, the funny thing is that it would only cost $100 to get you out of jail. You now know you have no one in this life that would even pony up $100 to get you.
Sir,
Why? You're just, why would we do this?
I was getting close. I had to. Okay.
I don't want you to talk about the case, but Mr. Butler, with all your criminal history, who do you live with?
I live by myself, but somebody is like living there, so I can't even get inside the place while they're good. So every time I go
I'm
through,
not giving you a PR bond so you can just go roam the streets. If he has like
I have an address.
some familial place, like a mop or, you know, uncle, aunt, I'd consider. I'm not letting you out just for you to go roam the streets and up to no more good. No, that's not what we're doing. So if you can figure out something, he's got some family or somewhere where he can go, and I know he's got a bed to stay at, then let's talk. But
Okay.
until that point, no, not to the street. You know, nothing good happens on the streets. And if I let you out, I'm going to have you come testing all the time because I don't want you using anything. Do you understand?
Sir,
Okay, so figure it out and then let's talk, but not to the street.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. You have the,
I approaching?
I haven't, Judge. No, we're waiting for.
I'm ready when you are.
For my guy? Oh, they got
You
it.
can bring him out next.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Living.
How you doing?
Oh my goodness. You were wanted out of the state of Nevada for, number one, robbery with use of a deadly weapon or tear gas, ×2. Burglary while in possession of a firearm or a deadly weapon, ×2 counts. 3, kidnapping, first degree with the use of a deadly weapon or tear gas, ×2. Number 4, conspiracy to commit kidnapping, first degree, ×2 counts. And 5, conspiracy to commit robbery, ×2 counts. Are you waiving formal extradition, sir?
Are you waiving the proceedings that we talked about? You want the 14 days? Yes, Judge, he's waiving.
Okay, good luck, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Does he need to sign it all?
He does. He needs to sign right there.
Okay.
If you need a pen, you got one?
I got one, Judge.
That was Living. Living, I'm not done with you. You in Civil War? You want some? Get moving. Okay, thanks,
Thank you.
Ricardo.
Appreciate it. What's that call about the dirt bag? Okay, cool. What happened?
Lamar Mesa. Is discovery complete on this case? State.
Your Honor, just one moment. There was surveillance video that we just looked at, it's not gonna see. And screen, front one camera, dash camera, and surveillance video, I can prove that.
Please get on it. This case is 1,256 days old. If you ever take off on me again, I'm gonna make your bond so high, you're gonna have teeth falling out. Do you understand? As of today, you will get an ankle monitor, so I know where you are at all times. I'm giving you 30 days from today to make a decision on what to do in this case. We will either set you for trial, or you must accept the plea bargain from the state in 30 days. And like I said, you ever take off from me again, your bond will reach the clouds. Do you understand? Where is this that from? Is this a co-defendant of the other one? I mean, are they the same day for real? Remember the one we had earlier today? Ms. Okafor.
Greg.
Oh.
Greg.
What was that? Defendant, what was that one? Nieves was that?
Oh.
This one, it's not a codefendant. It's separate.
Ah,
I'm ready.
so where's this one from? Is this Target? Is this?
This is from J.C. Penney.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any J.C. Penney for any reason. Do not pick up a new case. And I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Lamar Mesa, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. If I find that you're a danger to my community, I only have one place for you. Okay?
All right, 30
Okay,
days.
30 days.
Okay, thank you.
Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Don't worry about filing it because I'm having it monitored, so we can do it with Fleischer. All right.
Client told me that he has a VAWA case pending,
Is a what?
VAWA case pending in immigration process.
Okay.
So we have an offer. I asked, are you ready to plea or not? He's kind of like iffy about it because he doesn't know how that's gonna affect,
We need
you
to,
know. Can we get a short recess just so he can get an appointment with his immigration attorney and see if, I mean, we don't have a lot of options besides plea or trial at this point.
and I'm going to tell you now, I'm a time served on a second. Yeah, just so you know.
I
Okay.
told him because at probation, ICE might pick him up in one of his check-ins and time serve is ideal for him in his situation, but you know, I think that we can just get cases dismissed left and
Yeah,
right.
we don't, so, okay, I'll give you a week.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell him just check in with the immigration attorney by next week, and if not, I mean,
So.
trial, I mean, that's pretty much it.
We're-
Senor Ramirez? He's a Spanish speaker judge.
So do I.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Tu caso ya tiene 200 días. Es tiempo para tomar una oferta o poner tu caso en jurado con juicio. Tú tienes una semana para hablar con un abogado de inmigración. Yo no te doy más tiempo después de una semana. ¿Me entiendes? Si no lo tienes hecho, no me importa. Vamos a ir adelante. ¿Entiendes? Ok, una semana.
Okay, all right. Ahorita vamos.
Number one, is that spelled correctly? There's usually a Y-E-N.
That's what I was thinking too, but that's what they put in the confirmation too, I think, so.
What would you, do you want something?
Yes, Judge, we wanted a bond on him, I believe, it's a 1997 warrant, so I'm a bit,
He's here if we want to bring
he is
him
in the
up.
back.
Please.
So, I did want to see, I asked him to agree on the bond, they are not because of his criminal history. He's got criminal history that dates 20 years back. I don't believe he's got anything current as of 10 years. So this is a warrant out of New York,
Yes.
30-year-old warrant, so.
He's literally he's been on, that the warrant is truly 30 years old, really? Is that old?
1997.
Yes, Judge.
What,
Great.
from him?
No, from, I believe. Something.
Wow. So it's a burglary, it's an assault, it's a robbery, and a possession of a weapon. Okay, I guess let's talk to him when he comes out, you know?
1997 New York, Judge.
Is that what was happening in 97? I thought New York was dangerous, but shit. Do you want to do a name change, Katie, or no?
I don't want to
For
say.
the
right off
fugitive
bat.
case, Judge?
No.
This is spelled Nguyn, and there's always an E.
I don't think we would need one for the fugitive case.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just,
I can look at the warrant and double check.
good morning, Mr. Mr. Nguyen, you're wanted out of the state of New York for a host of charges, specifically for a burglary, an assault, a robbery, and a possession of a weapon.
He did do parole. He was out on parole about 10 years ago on these cases. So once again, we're not sure.
Wait. That may change things. If he's out on parole, then, hold on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But if he's out on parole, Katie, there may be a pre-signed waiver.
He completed parole.
Judge, let me check. I'm not seeing that we have a pre-signed waiver,
Have you,
but I think that, Amy, you had some contact with the jurisdiction?
Yeah, so Manhattan County reached out to us this morning. They were asking if we had the waiver or a refusal for him yet. They didn't indicate to me whether this was a probation or a parole. I can reach back out to them to see. Yeah,
that's really important.
I'll do that.
He couldn't have completed because there's a warrant. There would be no warrant if he completed parole.
In as much as.
Something must have happened, Mr. Nguyen.
Can I say something now?
But don't talk about the case in general, but just,
Can I say something?
there's a warrant for a reason.
Can I say something, please?
Of course.
I used to live in Brooklyn. I committed crime and I lose. When I'm 16, 17, I don't speak English that much, so they send to me whatever they send to me. They send me to Rock Island, and they send me to upstate. And they just say like burglary, on robbery, some kind of stuff like that. But I do not speak English that much at that time because I came United States when I'm 14, and 5 years later I got arrested. So I basically understand a little bit, not that much. So when I go to court, they just do whatever they want to do. They don't tell me nothing. The case, they just say you got arrested, you got robbery, burglary, something like that. But I do not understand like that right now. So basically, after I finish, after they tell me that, they send me Rock Island. Or Rock Island, they send me upstate. So I do 5 years. First, I do five years.
Okay.
And I see the parole.
Okay.
Parole, keep it 2 more years. And I finished 7 years, and I went home. And then I went home. I do first. I went to live in Long Island first, and then I still go see parole in New York, right? And then my parents live in Houston, Texas, so I asked for transfer, my paper in transfer to Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So I've complete my parole, everything, and the opening.
What year?
No. So you may have tried to transfer it. Perhaps it never transferred and you just came down here and never
No.
finished the transfer. I don't know.
No, I'm not the people do for me. That's why I'm allowed to transfer to people.
Yeah,
Maybe there's an issue with.
there has to be some kind of issue.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think we have enough information to do anything right now. What I need for them to do is reach out back to New York to figure out why the warrant was issued. Is it a parole violation?
I got parole violation one time. I went home, I work, and I got violation one time. I went to work and they picked me up garbage. What's that? Angleton. I stand right in front of the judge. The judge said, "What you do? Why you do parole?" I said, "I'm working." So he said, "So show me your work." So I work. I bring all my paper, tax paper. I showed him. So he's still on parole. No. Can I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
He sent me to immigration. Immigration. They're coming out. I still do parole. I still finish. I have the letter over there.
Let's do this. Let's do
We need to
this.
find out more.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll it.
But no, that's true story. That's true story.
No, I get you. We just need them to.
So let's do this.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to roll it to tomorrow because it's already nearly 12 o'clock. I want to give them time to look into it, to see what New York has to say. A lot of times when you get on parole, you sign a document that's a pre-signed waiver, meaning that you already agreed to waive extradition if this happens, we need to know if that has happened and if you have signed that, because if you have, I cannot give you a bond. Even if I wanted to give you a bond, I cannot give you one because there's a waiver that's already been signed.
What does that mean, waiver, sir?
I'll let Ms. Oko explain that to you in back because I got a lot of people waiting.
Yes, sir.
But regardless, I'm not ready to do anything today.
Yes, sir.
I need more information from the prosecutors.
Can I say last thing before I go?
Sure.
What I do is, what happened is I finished parole, everything. I get a letter from Albany, say I'm complete to Albany State in New York. That all the paper go to Albany.
But something must have happened.
We need to figure it out.
Yes, I got the letter, everything. They sent me a letter, everything.
And Judge, I would just add that, I mean, at least from what I'm seeing when I run him, which I'm a little hesitant, but like there's like multiple states with like criminal histories that's like very extensive, that's more than just New York. And so we would also have to try to like.
Okay, I guess just take your time, find out, and then we'll regroup tomorrow.
Get all his 20 years back. There's nothing going.
I get it, but I just want to know if there's a pre-signed waiver. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, sir.
Okay, of course, Mr. Wayne. Please. All right, thank you, Amy. You were charged of driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You know, you just heard what I said to this other gentleman here. Life doesn't get easier. It gets a lot more difficult the older you get. And when you start racking up convictions, all you're doing is you're making the life even just more difficult. If you have a drug and alcohol problem, there are ways to address it. But when you endanger other people's lives, you may end up digging a hole that's so deep you will never crawl your ass out of it. And you'll be stuck like Chuck in custody for the next 40 years. It happens time and again. If you don't believe me, watch the news. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Yesterday, a construction worker. Take an Uber. It's extremely easy. They make it so easy that all you literally have to do is push one button. Because I'm going to tell you now, with your history, if you ever get pulled over and an officer smells anything funky, you're going to go down. And this time, it's out of my hands. From now on, you're in felony court. You're 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Even the faintest smell of alcohol. Do you understand, Mr. Jaggers?
Yes, sir.
Somehow we have to get through to you. Hopefully it doesn't take the fact that you sit there charged with a 5 to life case because you've done something that just can't get out. Get a clue. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, these will go on your record. 1 and 1 are 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. A third, you're looking at 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Sir.
The rest of your life. What are you, 32 right now?
31.
31. You're going to be driving for the next 40 years. How do you plead to the offense of second offense driving while intoxicated? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 330 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 113 days that you've done. I am going to suspend your license for 1 year. Do not drive until you get a license. What do you do for a living, Mr. Jaggers?
Yeah.
How much money do you make a month?
0 right now.
I'm appointed to this case, Judge.
So you're working for free? For what?
Learning. Yes.
I don't know. Well, why would we reward him? He was to obtain a device he just never did.
He doesn't have a vehicle, Your Honor. I was notified by pretrial yesterday that there was this BVR. Talked to Mr. Jaggers about it. He didn't have a vehicle, and by his account, that didn't have a vehicle, he didn't know what to do. But he's here today.
So you just do whatever you want? I mean, this is continue to happen over and over and over. I mean,
He spent, better part of 3 months in jail awaiting resolution of this case. He has done that time, Your Honor. He's working now. I really believe that to help him get better, he needs to put this behind him and get started with a new phase of his life.
Mr. Jaggers, I'm going to waive the court costs and I'll waive the DPS fine and surcharge. Just take a damn Uber, man. It's not hard. One button on your phone. All this could be avoided by hitting one button on your phone. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
You are mom?
I am.
How are you?
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Appreciate you for having me.
Mr. Hall, so with the 4 open cases, you're lucky to be out. You really need to listen to mom so that a 5th case doesn't occur. It's not going to go well if you pick up a 5th one. Do you understand?
You have to excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
They're trying to do 2 medicines on him. And it doesn't have him here with us, if it makes sense. He's listening, but it has him, if you speak, he's dragging. And I'm okay with that because I can control what's going on. As I was saying, I work in the entertainment business. I work in conjunction with the court. One thing that can figure sheriff department. And I work with the homeless. I came out of engineering because he taught me 2 things. I have to pay attention to what's going on at home and not just give love to people on the street. It makes sense, right?
That's great. That's wonderful.
Done my homework recently, these last 2 situations. His grandmother and his grandfather is dealing, they had mental ideations as well. So it triggers, mom says, be careful who you choose, but we can't be careful who you choose, right?
Right.
So I'm holding on gracefully to this. You have to excuse my appearance. I've been in cold gray.
Oh, please, you look great. But my concern is that please tell me he's living with you?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay.
As I said, I'm bringing paperwork together to get custodial.
Guardianship. Okay.
To get him placement to stay there.
I'm happy to, whatever you need, we're happy to give you. We have a lot of resources here that we can always, try to help you with,
Appreciate you.
all you need to do is ask, if you need tablets, cell phones. We can also do evaluations to see, how we go forward. So I'm all ears and I'm with you, whatever you want, whatever conditions you think are appropriate, we can put on it.
We just had an evaluation on the.
Is mom's the CW in the cases? Or?
So Judge, these are old cases from what I remember, 2022,
So the-
ID, the trespass.
Well, we have one terroristic threat of a peace officer or a judge. Is that right?
Okay, this is what happened.
No. Don't. I just,
We just did a psych evaluation
okay.
and we were in the room. I hope
No, let's not, don't. It's really, it's,
I'll talk about that right now.
yeah, that's something that we can do later. But at this time, I will leave him in your care. Your, whatever you need, we're here to help you out with. The only thing I'm going to ask is just you guys, just please stay in touch with Kavita. She will help you out. And I just don't want a 5th case. That's it. I'm with you. So how long do you want to set it out, Kavita?
I think maybe a 6-week, the evaluation, all the medical together and talk.
Okay. I'm going to waive his appearance. That way he doesn't have to waste his time coming to court, but just be nice. self-control. All these cases are because of no self-control. You get upset and you wake out. But think, it's okay. We all get angry. We all do. But just think before you act. Think before you speak. That's it. Listen to mom. If you ever need anything, come back and I can help you out with whatever you need. Just say the word. Okay?
Judge, in regards to bond conditions, how did you want to handle that?
So the bond conditions that I'd like, it just, no contact with ever the terroristic threat cases and just no weapons. That's all I would like. It's not, my concern is that it was a healthcare provider, because that's what I was thinking. Is that someone that he's currently seeing? Do you know? Alex, who in the most recent case, who's the complaining witness?
The most recent case, let me see. It says the reporting party.
Oh, that case is upstairs. It's not even with us. I'm sorry,
Your Honor.
So disregard it. I thought it was with us.
Yes, Judge.
So the only condition is just no weapons. That's it. Okay. And just stay in contact with your lawyer. Okay. Absolutely. Mr. Halsell, good luck, bud. All right. Okay. Thanks, committee.
Thank you, Judge. May you be excused?
This is Mr. Riley.
Yep.
Riley, last time he was here, the owner asked him to
Mr. Vaughn?
do some employment, which he's done. I've got proof of that.
Okay.
Schooling, I spoke to his mother and his aunt, and the issue there is, he doesn't like the school he's zoned to. It's not a great, fit for him. And so he's trying to get with the aunt, and there's just some logistical issues. But I spoke to both the individuals, and I mean, he's making good faith efforts to do it. He's just has not yet.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. Ridley, come up. Is mom here? Who's that?
I don't. Yeah. I spoke to her last night and this morning, and so I told her. Oh, yeah.
Is that mom? Hey, mom? Come on up.
Yes. So it's pretty
Thank you so much for coming. It's great. So what's going on with Mr. Ridley now?
I haven't had a chance to let him do like the holiday work schedule, but he's looking for a job and I'm trying to get him make two steps.
So you're not doing anything now? You stay at home and do nothing?
I was. I got put like 3-4 applications in.
School is more important, Mr. Ridley. You need to get your education, man. You need a high school diploma. At worst comes to worst, we can give you paperwork so you can do the schooling at home and get your GED online at a minimum, and we can give it to you for free. But I mean, you're at home you're not working, you're not going to school, you're doing nothing to make life better for yourself. Life doesn't get easier the older you get. It gets more difficult. If you don't have a job, if you don't have an education, you will end up nowhere. And life sucks without money. Trust me. Do you understand? Okay. Do you mind giving them the paperwork, please? We need to be somewhere, Mr. Ridley. I'm going to give you another couple weeks, 2.5 weeks. At the minimum, be enrolled to start working on your GED. Do you understand? I'm also going to drug test you. I'm not going to let you there's no smoking weed, none of this. Do you understand? If I find that you're using, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to keep you. Do you understand? All right.
One other issue, Judge, we would request, the complainant has made contact with the DA's office and let her thoughts be known on the case in a RIP call. And so we request that the no contact be just brought down to no threatening, harassing.
Who is it?
It's a girlfriend situation, Judge. And I spoke to DV about it. He reviewed it and said he was going to leave notes, that they had no opposition to that.
Well,
Yeah, or even something else.
And yes, that is correct. The RIP does say no conduct, so no threatening, harassing would be fine.
Okay. I will amend your bond condition, Mr. Ridley, to have no lasting contact with the complaining witness in this case. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? You need to start working on your education. Life doesn't get easier. Do you understand? That's my main concern. You graduate, you get your GED, we're all going to be jumping up and down because that's what you need. Without a high school diploma, you will literally make pennies when everybody else is making dollars. Do you understand? I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see you in 2 weeks. All right. Good morning, Mr. Arling. Sir, you are charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 16, 2025 at 12:04 a.m., the officer observed a vehicle traveling the wrong way at Belfort Avenue in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was initiated and the defendant, the driver, did not initially roll down his windows. After multiple commands by the officers, the defendant finally rolled down his windows and the officer observed the defendant to make further movements as if to conceal something. The defendant did not produce his driver's license and the officer observed a strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle and his person. The officer observed the defendant to have a loaded firearm in his waistband and the defendant stated he smoked earlier and was not the registered owner of the vehicle. The officer located in plain view sticking out of the defendant's right pocket a small package with training and experience is used to conceal marijuana. PC search was conducted and the officer found 3.31 grams of marijuana under the driver's seat and the defendant admitted the marijuana was his.
Charlene, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. If you run his license, see if he has.
Not eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. I don't care what's going on in your life. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing a promise with me. But like I said, I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people. If you don't have a license and insurance, do not drive. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Arling? Okay, I'm going to have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't become a danger to my public and above all else, do not drive. Do you understand? Okay, come on. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
One moment, Your Honor, it's loading. Okay. On January 15, 2025, the officer was conducting surveillance in the Greenpoint area, and the officer was in an unmarked vehicle in an apartment complex and observed 18-year-old defendant join up with two other males, co-defendants. He had already witnessed using a firearm. The three males walked around the apartment complex together, and the officer witnessed the defendant being given the firearm and wave it around. The two other males encouraged the defendant to shoot the gun, and the officer did not see the defendant fire the weapon, and the officer maintained visual until the officers were able to detain all three defendants at a nearby gas station. The gun was found in the co-defendant's waistband, and all three individuals were placed in custody.
Mr. Saavedra, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in contact with any. Did anyone else get arrested in this case? Or is it just him? I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm sending you for a test right now. You're to come back. If you fail the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Your Honor, there's a co-defendant in court 4. The cause number is 2547734.
I'm going to send it? Okay, so let's just do this for now. Go ahead, take a seat for me. We're going to transfer your case to the other court because that's where it belongs. Okay, please. And you are charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
Yes, Judge. On January 16th, 2025 at 2:02 a.m., the officer was dispatched in an attempt to locate. The officer was advised the defendant's sister was concerned for her well-being after not hearing from her. The defendant's sister stated her last known location was the Den, a bar, where she got a flat tire. While searching the area, the officer located the defendant's vehicle at the entrance of the University of Houston, and a witness was flagged down to assist changing the defendant's flat tire. The witness stated he observed the defendant as the sole occupant of the driver's seat of the vehicle, and the surveillance video showed the defendant's vehicle in motion at the time the witness came into contact with the defendant. The defendant was identified with Texas driver's license, and the officer made contact and observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, red, glossy, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant admitted drinking a wine cooler earlier in the day, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. The officer observed the defendant to be unsteady on her feet as she walked to the sidewalk, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The DIC was red and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.185 and 0.181.
And you're telling me there's video of her driving?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Levy, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Have you run your license and any prior DWIs?
Driver's license is eligible and no priors, Your Honor.
Okay. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you consume alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay, I'll give you an application. I'll take a look at your numbers, and if you qualify, we'll provide you a lawyer today. Okay, just everything's fine. Don't worry. Just be safe. Okay, just don't. Okay, I don't want to talk about the case. Let's have you fill out the application, then I'll have you talk to a lawyer today. Okay, ma'am? Please.
Right this way.
Sir, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 15th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to Texas Southern regarding a male on campus possibly carrying a firearm. The caller provided the name and dispatch ran through arms and located a recent picture and a trespass notice. The officer observed the defendant walk into the library, immediately walked out accompanied by a second black male, and the officer attempted to detain the defendant, and the defendant ran northbound, ran through an apartment complex. The officer drove through the complex and set up a perimeter and observed the defendant run out of the complex. The officer exited a marked patrol vehicle in full uniform, drew a duty weapon, and ordered the defendant to the ground. The defendant ignored the commands and continued running and was assisted to the ground by the officer. The defendant stated he ran due to being scared. The defendant evaded approximately 0.4 miles.
What was he doing wrong?
So there was a report of a possible firearm on campus, and the caller provided the name, and he was attempting to investigate that, and he was just trying to detain him to
They
investigate.
gave the description of him.
They just gave the name, and then they
A name
ran
of-
that through arms, and they found a picture of that person.
So the caller gave the name of Mr. Newman?
Yes, Judge. Gave Mr. Newman's name. The officer ran that name and found a picture, and then observed him leaving the library and attempted to detain him.
Yes.
And then he ran.
There was also a current trespass notice for the defendant as well.
Yes, Judge.
From TSU?
From the arms or TSU.
Yes, Judge. They found for TSU through arms.
Mr. Newman, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Let's do this. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today because there's several things that we need to look at. So do you mind reaching out to the MAC for Mr. Newman? Mr. Newman, assuming we go forward with the case, you're not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? I'm
Yes,
making
sir.
that a condition of your bond.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you have any weapons, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. Just all I want is my community to be safe. I'm not asking for much. You understand? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a reset, Victoria, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, sir. Okay?